Sierra is with us in Portland, Oregon. Hi, Sierra. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Sure. What's up?
We just completed baby steps 2 through 4, and we have approached baby steps 5, but my husband and I have a disagreement when it comes to saving for your kids' college fund. I'm all for it, and my husband is against it.
Against saving for your kids' college?
Yes. Correct.
He does not think he should pay for his kids' college or anything having to do with it.
Correct.
How come?
So we both went to college, got our bachelor's degree. My husband, about 4 years ago, ended his career and switched into a trade. The trade, by far, in 2 years, he was making what he was making doing his college career job. And he thinks that college is like a waste of money now that he's been in a trade. And he also believes that my son, or our son, I should say, will appreciate money more, which I disagree, if he has to pay for it himself. So, and also, in addition, I don't know how long it will be, but the union has started a program where they pay 100% of the college, but the degree options are limited at this point. So there's that kind of ball in the court, too, as well.
Okay. Well, I paid for all three of my children's college education, and it had nothing to do, that did not cause them to not have an appreciation for the dollar. All three of them understand work ethic. All three of them understand the value of a dollar. And so your husband's full of crap on that subject. I have proof otherwise. Now, I understand because I come from I'm cut out of the same cloth he's cut out of. He believes in hard work. He believes in earning your way, and he believes it's good for your kid to build those muscles of self-reliance and destiny and control. I agree with all that. And I've got a friend who's a NFL football player, ex-NFL football player who grew up blue-collar dad that was a dock worker. And his dad said they're not paying for nothing. He went to school on a scholarship playing football and then went on into the NFL. And he refused in the NFL, making NFL money, to save anything for his kids' college. So, but the idea that the only way your child learns the value of a dollar is to make sure they have no dollars is bullcrap. Okay, but I do understand his line of thinking, so I don't disagree with. I understand how he got there. He's just wrong. Okay, so you can teach a kid the value of a dollar. You can teach them hard work, even if they come from a family of means, even if they come where they have a college fund, and you can actually hold it over their head to make sure that they learn these things. And the other thing I would just say is the other place I do agree with him that the trades are oftentimes a better option than a stupid butt degree that is nuanced and has absolutely no application in the real world. I'm going to get a degree in German polka history and left-handed puppetry and then bitch and moan because society owes me something while I'm a barista. That's just dumb. Okay, and that happens all the time out there. And I agree with him that we're not going to salute that stupidity either. But to say that all kids don't need a 4-year education is ludicrous.
It's nonsense. So let me tell you this. My grandma, smoked when she was younger. When she passed away, she did not pass away from lung cancer. That doesn't mean that lung cancer doesn't give you, or smoking doesn't give you cancer. I think we've proven equivocally that smoking increases cancer rates exponentially. Just because your husband got a 4-year degree and has found more success in a trade doesn't mean that all people who get 4 years degrees are dumber than people who go to trades. That's just not how it works.
Nor does it mean the opposite.
That
if you go to a trade and don't go get a 4-year degree, you're dumb.
Right.
Because there's some people need to do that too. We need people in the trades. We need people
yes.
but to not have a money allocated to cause the future success of your child, whether it's a certification as a diesel mechanic and pay for that, or whether it's a 4-year degree in business and pay for that, You're giving your kids options when you do that. When you have no money set aside, you took away a lot of the options.
That's right. And I've got several friends who had assistance with financial assistance. My family was in a position to do that. And I will tell you, we are the same age, and we all equally work really hard. And their ability to do some things early on when it came to investing, when it came to home buying that I wasn't able to do has accelerated their wealth building because they had options. And so I'm like Dave. My kids will know how to work hard. They will know how to grind and hustle and what a dollar means. And Lord willing, if I'm able to help them pay for their college education or their trades, I'm gonna make every effort possible to make that happen.
Yeah, and so here's the thing: 100% of the humans out there, unless they have a mental disability, need some kind of education post high school to be financially successful. It's not 100% necessary, but it's 98% necessary. You really don't take a single thing after high school, you are behind the curve. And so you need to go get certifications in Microsoft and go into technology at the local community college or tech college. That's fine. That's going into a trade. You go be a diesel mechanic. That's fine. Be a welder. That's fine.
Get your real estate license.
Get your real estate license. That's fine. But continuing education throughout your life is the path of successful people. We have people that come in here, they're 40 years old and applying for a leadership role in there, and I ask them what book they've read, and they can't remember one. Well, they're disqualified. You know,
Right.
You don't get to come in here and be a leader. You're not learning anything new. You always are learning. And so you always want to encourage learning is a continual process. We love books, we love reading, we love learning, but we respect your ability to go into the military. We respect your ability to go into a trade. We respect, and those are fine career paths. And the higher education communities look down their nose at them for too long. So I agree with lifting those up. Mike Rowe is a good friend of mine. We're in agreement about that. Dirty jobs guy, and so he's got a whole movement on the trades thing. But he's not against college. He's got a degree, and this is Mr. Dirty Jobs, for God's sakes, and so, all of that to say, I understand completely and agree with why your husband is saying what he's saying, but I think he's taking a wrong track.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think you put the money aside. Money for future learning will never go to waste.
Exactly.
It's always the best
And
investment.
build a culture in your house of hard work and future learning.
That's right.
You're always going to be learning. You're always going to be reading. You're always going to be learning. You're always going to be reading. I was telling the story to our team yesterday. We've adopted a school here at Ramsey that was my old elementary school. And we were able to go in several years ago and rebuild the library, and in the honor of my old principal out of our family foundation. Now our company is adopting this and coming around these 83 teachers and trying to help them, because these poor teachers, man, it's just ridiculous out there. Anyway, but when they were showing that video of that library, I started crying.
I had to walk out, Dave. I walked out because I was crying. Like, it came over.
And it's just like, because that library is where I learned to read.
Mm-hmm.
I came out of the first grade and the second grade not knowing how to read.
Yeah.
And my second grade teacher, bless her heart, didn't know how to teach, and that she worked 1 year, and those hillbilly kids drove her out of the business. And so, but then so I go in the third grade reading on a first grade level, and Miss Mary Jane Hurt taught me to read. And by the time I go out of the fourth grade, I'm reading on a sixth grade level. So that little library, and I've had 7 #1 best-selling books, sold 25 million books that I wrote. Okay, that doesn't happen unless you read.
Right.
A lot.
Yeah.
That goes with the territory. So learning is a good thing. Learning is a good thing. So, I love guys like your husband, though, Sierra. I almost could get on his side on this, except he's wrong.
He's wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for the call.